All right, this is where we get into a bit of murky waters, right? I remember I made it in a few videos ago. I said, please go if you've got any social media standing or anything, go sort your accounts out. Right? I told you to do this. There's a reason for this. I'll show you in an upcoming screen now. But as we can see here, Darius, the PlayStation community is literally by far the worst community I've ever witnessed in gaming. Now, it's not the PlayStation community. It's just the toxic community. It happens on both sides, unfortunately. Now, the stuff that I've seen here, I can't really say that I've not witnessed on other sides. I haven't seen it from, you know, the other communities I'm in for it to go this far, but, I have seen some pretty gnarly things in my time. And even just covering games, I've received like some stuff that I can't even say on video because there's a good chance that if those words are picked up on the algorithm as the video is scanned, I will literally be demonetized. I've been told so many things, much worse than what you're going to see here, by fans on all sides. So it's not really the fans that are doing this. It's just the toxic community that thinks they can get away with it because they are keyboard warriors. They literally go out their way to stalk all your social medias, including your gamer tags and PSNs. That's been happening for a while. I don't really get why, but I pick up and drop games like hotcakes. I've been playing games. I stop playing them. I go back to them 7 months later to finish them. It's how I am because I'm constantly just moving on to the next thing, especially as a content creator. I can't really stick to one. It's why like Horizon Zero Dawn, which I absolutely love, by the way, fantastic game, easy 9 out of 10 for me. It took me like what, a year and a half, 2 years to finish because I just kept on pushing and stopping, pushing and stopping because other things just got in the way. Obviously, this might not be the same for everyone, but your playtime may differ. So, looking at someone's gamer tag and PSN to see their progress is stupid. And just like the S Class gamer right now is looking at how many people have completed Starfield, I have almost 30 hours in Starfield. It's ridiculous. And I'm about, what, a quarter of the way through the game because I just keep getting distracted by going to this planet, going to do this side quest, that side quest. At this point, I don't even care about the main story. I just want to know what's going on everywhere else. I'm just exploring and speaking to characters and trying to build those relations and whatnot. So with certain games, it just doesn't matter, but it is what it is. Your entire family and friends just to use them as an insult and make fake accounts so they'll say shit that'll get you locked up, beat, shot, or fake exposed. And it actually gets worse over here. As you can see, I've only been hella active on this app for 4 months and I've been called that word, the B word, soft, fake, fraud, autistic, that word, worthless. And honestly, I've been called way worse than these just because I liked Anthem, a video game that I'm sure many of you are aware of. But I actually absolutely adored Anthem. And because I did, people were telling me to end my life. So, and this was on both sides, right? This wasn't like a one faction type thing. This happens on both sides and it kind of needs to stop. And it's not nice what he's going through, the way he's being targeted, the way he's being racially abused. But I think by him saying it's the PlayStation community is wrong. It's all it's the toxic community that's doing this. And unfortunately, they exist on all sides of the spectrum. So to say that it's only one side is a little disingenuous. And the only reason he's getting attacked by this faction is because he's on the X side, right? He's on the green side. That's it. If he was on the green side, on the blue side, he'd be getting attacked by the green side. It's just the way it is. It's the algorithm picking it out. But this is the point I was trying to make last time, that I really, really wanted people to sort their accounts out. So as you can see here, Peter Ovo, many of you will have heard of him. People have now created an account and just put the word Peter Ovo there, put his tag. Spider-Man 2 makes Starfield looks like an indie game. And now they're going around everywhere and doing this. This seems to be a new trend where they're doing it on Metacritic. This is new. I don't see any other faction, PC, Switch, Nintendo, Xbox doing this. This is a new thing that PlayStation fanboys or the toxic PlayStation fanboys are doing, and it's pretty horrible that they're doing this. But you know, on this one, I will give it to them. This is pretty much an exclusive as of right now, unless someone can prove otherwise. An exclusive toxicity purely on the blue side. I'm just not seeing this anywhere else, where people are creating fake accounts, advertising themselves as someone else from the opposite faction, and doing this. This is lame. This is sad. But at the same time, if your brand is built on stuff like this, on one side, and you rely on sponsorships or anything else, this will hurt you, which is why you should, even if you have zero intention of using Metacritic, YouTube, Twitch, anything that can provide a platform for posting, you should just go and create an account so you don't get you don't get defamation on yourself. It's sad that people, I feel like people have to do this, and people would go this far to actually do this, but it is what it is. So yeah, I don't know which fence people stand on. I mean, I don't mind the console war bantering. The banter going back and forth is amusing at times. Sometimes it gets a little out of hand because I think people like Reforge Gaming push it too far. I think people like Dreamcast Guy go too far. Those two in particular, I'm calling out because I genuinely believe that they go too far. There are a couple of others that, you know, are just plain out toxic. I'm not even going to call those people out because you know who they are. But when it comes to stuff like this, unfortunately, this seems to happen on both sides. It happens regardless of which faction you're on. Like I said, I was attacked just because I was a fan of a game that wasn't popular. I also, shock horror, enjoyed Babylon's Fall while it was here. The graphics weren't great. I mean, it was what it was. They decided to go with a water palette that actually went with the era. However, in terms of the actual gameplay, I actually enjoyed it. Me and my friends had a lot of fun with it. But I got attacked for that as well, and quite aggressively, as to why I'm supporting these companies or why I'm supporting this game. People thinking that I was getting paid, people thinking that I was getting, checks from Square Enix when that clearly wasn't the case. I got $0 from anyone. If I enjoy a game, I enjoy a game. And I keep referring back to a game called Battle Arena Toshinden. For anyone that's old enough for the PS1 era, they will know that for the most part, that wasn't a very good, beat 'em up, or at least wasn't regarded as a very good beat 'em up. People preferred the likes of Virtua Fighter 1 and Tekken. And, Battle Arena Toshinden kind of just was left in the back. But I actually really enjoyed that fighting game. And so it's not uncommon for me to like a game that people don't like, but because I was going through that, people generally just wanted to attack me, attack my family, attack my well-being, and I think at that point you realize that these are not gaming fans. These are not PlayStation fans, these are not Xbox fans, these are not Nintendo fans. These are just people who turn up, like we see in the UK, turn up to football games looking for a fight and nothing else. They're basically what we call here hooligans. But on the internet, these are just a toxic community that we need to stay away from. We shouldn't bundle these idiots in with the likes of actual PlayStation fans who will banter back and forth, with Xbox fans who will banter back and forth, with Nintendo fans. Actually, we don't say nothing about Nintendo fans because they will come after you. But for the rest of the world, and the, but for the rest of the gaming community, it's just banter. It's nothing else. And for him to be treated this way is just wrong. And I really hope more people will, at least see the difference, because I think Darius is a decent person, but I think he's attacking the wrong people here. Now, the identity theft that they're doing, that is wholly on the PlayStation community. Whether that's the toxic part of the community or the PlayStation community, I don't know. That I don't know, and I'm not going to go any further into that. But the reality is, when you're getting people threatening your family, threatening your well being, sending you death threats, they no longer are the gamers that we are having this banter with. It's really that simple. And, you know, I really hope this video gets out there and more people see this video, because this is something that needs a lot more exposure. And unlike, me who has really thick skin, I can just shrug stuff away for the most part. A lot of people ain't like that. And at the end of the day, the social platform shouldn't be a place where it's a minefield. Messing about, joking about, throwing the odd trigger here and there is fine. We see Nicola doing it all the time for that sweet, sweet money from Elon Musk. But to go this far, in my opinion, is a step too far. And affecting your brand, affecting your image, affecting you as a person, I think at that point, that's when you've gone too far. And it needs to stop. Obviously, it's not going to stop overnight, and these idiots will continue, but we shouldn't give them the power. And I was talking to someone earlier, and they were trying to justify that being racist is okay as a retaliation. They were trying to justify to me that, them acting the way they're acting towards Darius is perfectly normal. Just because he was calling out something in a video game, this person was trying to justify to me that it was perfectly fine for them to go after his girlfriend, his mum, his dad, just because he's from the hood. How does that make any sense? Like, that right there tells me that you need to be locked away because you are a danger to society. Because if you are able to turn around and tell me over a video game that that sort of retaliation is normal, you aren't right in the head. But that's it, folks. That's basically what this video was for. It was really about awareness, and I really hope that this has resonated with some of you, and I hope this will be shared about, because I do believe that this sort of thing needs to stop. Right? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.